Jeffrey, the podcast has started.
Hang on, one sec. Okay, alright. We're back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome back to the OffTheBeat show.
this episode is
It's not
late.
the OffTheBeat show.
It's the Off the Beat.
It's Off the Beat.
I almost said the Beat Off Show. That's still our email.
Oh, yeah, it is. But yeah, no, this episode is late, but that's okay. You know, it's alright.
Yeah.
We'd rather get good content out than rush bad content. So.
Yeah, because that content would have been made at 5 a.m. on Monday, and then it would have gone up like 7 hours later.
Yeah, that would have been brutal.
You're not used to getting up at 5 a.m., but I unfortunately am.
I am not. I've been getting up at 7, but that's, in my opinion, that's a reasonable time where you have to get up at like 5.
I get up at 4:30.
That's just
4 to 4:30 every morning. That's because either me or Hannah will work at that time.
Yeah.
So I got to get up to drive her in, or I got to get up to get ready for work. And
that just seems hard.
It sucks that it feels like I get up and am like losing all my time to Kroger, but I am getting less hours than I should be.
Dude, hell yeah.
I just had my 3-year anniversary at Kroger, and like the new hires are getting more hours than I am because they're not technically on the schedule, and they can just come in when they want, so they can get as many as they want, and it doesn't affect us as a department.
That's doo-doo sauce.
That's doo-doo sauce.
That is actually doo-doo. Wait, so what prevents you from coming in and just like... Is it because you're on the schedule?
Well, they'll probably just tell me to go home because they don't need me, because they schedule what they need, and then since they're new, they can like come in and train and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Now, is it like, if you get scheduled for a certain amount of hours, dude, like you don't input your own hours to be paid, right? That's what I thought. I figured
I'd be cheating.
That's how it was at Arby's. That's how it was at Bluegrass and everything. Although at Bluegrass, the mailing company that I used to work for, which I definitely just said the name, but thank God we only have, a few viewers.
Because what's going to happen to them?
Yeah, no, who can, even if anything did happen to them, it's a post office that I worked at. I have no attachment to that place.
Bluegrass post office?
Yeah, basically,
okay, what was the address?
8. That was actually the beginning number, so I'm going to stop there.
It was just 8?
8
You type
Boulevard.
that in, you type in 8 Bluegrass, you'll find it.
Yeah, no, you'll find it. But no, that place, I milked the hell out of that clock. I would get there at okay, so first of all, there were no repercussions if you just did anything kind of wrong, and there kind of were. If you messed up the mail, sure, but here's the thing about mail, is it's always late.
Somehow.
It's literally always late. And so whenever they would say, hey, the mail gets in at 11 o'clock tomorrow. You all right?
Yeah. I just should have brought my water bottle.
Bro, I can get you a glass of water right now.
I know where your water lives.
I'm going to get you a glass of water.
I'm going to get it myself.
Okay. All right. I'm going to tell you the story as you get your water. All right. So basically, the mail, I hit this in every podcast. The mail would get there. They say it would get there at 11 every single day. It did not. It would not get there every single day at 11. They'd take their sweet ass time. The mail would get there at about 11:15 on a good day, something like that. So I'd literally show up. I used to get there at 11 and just kind of chill until 11:15. And I was like, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm going to sleep for 15 more minutes and get there at 11:15. And it's probably where I learned some of my worst time management skills because, that definitely is where I learned how to not be a great time manager. But yeah, it's, I learned.
That's crazy. No, I just wanted to make that joke. I was actually listening.
No, you're good, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just kind of fuck around and show up to work 15 minutes late, and nobody it was fine with everybody. Everybody else, even the boss. The boss would show up 20 to 30 minutes late because he didn't have to do anything.
Especially if someone else is doing the payroll.
Oh yeah.
It's or if you're doing your own payroll, God forbid. That's such a dumb system.
Mm-hmm.
What can they do?
I'm doing my own payroll now.
Well, technically, because you just pick up whatever hours you want, right?
Yeah. So basically, I'll get scheduled for a certain shoot or something like that, and like that's whatever. But yeah, no, like literally, like, and my boss is like a really really nice guy, and so he'll be like if we had like a rough shoot or something like that, like he'll just be like, hey, you know what? Since everything went wrong today, add like 2 hours to your work today or whatever, because he'll just give you extra hours.
Thanks for the 14 extra bucks.
Exactly. And so it's like, you know what, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But although kind of what sucks is since it's the summer, I have to like drive. I usually bike there, but recently I've been working like a football camp.
Much.
Yes.
Yeah.
A football camp. So we're there every day at 8 a.m.
And I'm surprised that it's so intense, because our football normally is not cared about at all.
No, it is not. But then they got really good last year, and now it's a
they're
big
fucking
deal.
Awesome.
Yes, now it's a big deal.
Now we got go football and go basketball.
Yeah, baby. And so we go there to shoot and everything like that, and it's like it's outside all day, and so it's like it's just boy. Like, it's a ton of fun, but, you know, it's just being outside all day fucking sucks.
All day. It's like 90 fucking degrees at least.
And so, I'm like, I'm not going to bike to work. I'm not doing that. And so, I'll drive there, and then I have to either get a ticket in the main parking lot of, like, our office, because I don't have a campus parking pass, because I'm not going to pay $400 to park on a campus I pay $30,000 to go to. Or I could just park on street parking. So that's what I usually do. And street parking is like, I think for 4 hours it's like $4.50. And
much better. Like,
yeah, it's just a better
I don't know.
ratio,
even if you did that, well, if you did $4 every day,
but no,
for
here's
a
the
year.
Thing. But here's the thing. Every day I work, I ask my boss, I was like, hey, listen, can I add an hour to my shift so that way I get $7 and I only paid $4? So it canceled, and after taxes, it's like not really $7.
Well, I'm
it's
just
like
saying,
more or less $6 or something like that.
If you paid $400,
yeah, it probably would save money.
That would be less than 4 times 365. If you work 365 days a year, which I don't think you do.
I don't know. The closer I get to graduating, the more I realize I really hope I was in that frame. I was kind of leaning off to the side. I don't. A lot of people don't realize this. Whenever we film the podcast, the lens of the camera covers me from my angle, so I can't see me.
You can't even.
I see you. I can't see me. I can see about this. This is where I can see right here. And so
I can let you know if you ever start drooping, but then again, like, we're having a conversation, so I'm looking over here and I'm not looking over there,
right,
and you're just like casually like leaning away from me because I smell so bad, so you're like trying to get away.
Yeah, and so anyway, basically how it works. No, but yeah, I probably would actually save money if I just bought the damn pass.
It feels worse.
It feels so bad.
It feels bad giving them a lump sum of $400.
I hate giving them any sort of money.
Yeah.
I hate it. So my dad was a police officer, so I have like a tuition waiver for a certain amount of semesters. And they charged that, like, it's supposed to be free. And they came to me and they're like, hey, we're going to charge you $100 for you to not have to pay tuition. I was like, can you do that?
What?
I was like, can you charge someone money for them to not pay money? I was like,
well, there is a thing with people. Just burping. So there was a thing. Hannah.
I never started the stopwatch.
Nope. Well.
Fine.
Okay, so Hannah's dad worked as a security officer
for a remote in the couch. Cool.
Have you been looking for that?
Yes.
Wow. So he's a security, or he was. I don't know what he does now, really. He's a volunteer firefighter and something else. I don't know.
And a hunk.
Yes.
He's a hunk.
but he was a security officer at Midway University, and that gave Hannah free tuition.
Yes.
Quote unquote, because it was really like in the fine print, it was like, we can revoke this at any time. See, and weird. Also, if you're signed up for a class and another kid paying once into that class, you get kicked out of the class.
Right, it's just like...
So it's like, is it actually free if I can't go?
Yeah, it's like you have this opportunity, but you're just like, oh, just so you know, we can take it away.
You're also not allowed to use like any keys or FAFSA if you have free tuition at Midway University.
Dude,
through that program. Like, you cannot use your other financial aid or they take it away.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's the worst.
Universities.
College is just proving itself to be like for the rich to get richer and really not that necessary in the long run.
It's definitely
at least for
some degree. Like, in my opinion, like, I don't know, like 20 people are gonna watch this, so like it's not gonna. I'm not gonna get that upset if they're upset.
Like 30.
Exactly. The podcast does get way more views than anything else, but
which I'm
glad. I'm glad about. I'm glad about it because the podcast is honestly probably my favorite thing that we do.
Yeah, it's just fun
because we're just shooting the shit, and then it gets more views than whatever.
Then
shooting the shit during video games. It's the same thing. Just with
they like
games.
seeing us talk more than they like seeing Fate Man run around.
Fate Man and Fate Cat. But yeah, no, it's like things like, and I was a business major at one point, so I feel like I could say this. And truth be told, my brother was a business major too. But like a business major, you learn like a business major is honestly just like high school 2.0. Like you just take more
that's what I've heard is
classes
you take business if you don't know what to take.
Because it's like I didn't know what to take, so I just started taking business.
It's the like fill all almost
because
like
it's like
anyone will see like
a business.
It's like anyone will see like, oh, a business degree, okay.
Yeah, it's just
that means he's seen numbers. Right, okay, let's hire this one.
And I'm not like shitting on people who get business degrees. Like I'm
not either.
Shitting on my
because
brother.
that's what I almost did too.
Yeah,
just because
I was a business.
I didn't know what else to do. The only things I'm interested in are voice acting, film, and what?
No, sorry.
I thought you were gonna say McDonald's. I was like burger. I was gonna say fucking culinary. Yeah, but culinary school is so expensive.
It's very expensive, yes, and that
would actually be worth it in my eyes because they're teaching you.
Certain ones are good, but a lot of them are like, oh, hey, come to film school. The first 2 years, you're only going to be trained how to go get coffee and hold a boom mic and stuff like that. Like, it's not going to be like
it's like good luck actually picking anything up in your first 2 years, but you also have to pay just as.
Yeah, exactly. It's super expensive and everything too, and so and that's how I found this job is because the job I have now is I wanted to find like a film job because I was like because I'm more interested in like editing films and stuff like that, and then I was like, oh, none of these are. Like, I wouldn't hold a camera at... Did you just fart?
Yeah. No.
I thought I heard you fart.
No, I was like... For some reason, I just thought the look on my face was dumb, so I started laughing, and it came out like...
I thought you farted. But yeah, like, all of those, like, these, like, on-set jobs that I applied for, like, internships at news stations and stuff like that, I was like, oh... None of these I would hold a camera or edit a video. I would purely just get coffee and that's it.
Which, you know what? Depending on how much it pays.
If it pays
I'll be a coffee boy. No,
if it pays well, I'll do it. Yeah.
I'll work my way up. I'll be a coffee. I'll sweet talk some old men. I'll diddly do.
Hey, you want
dip
some
their
sugar
nuts
with
in the
that?
coffee because they can't feel much anymore. So it's like, whoa, good morning.
Whoa, okay, all right, let's get into film. I'm good now. I'm good. You gotta wait.
Start rolling.
All right, you ready, sir? All right, let's get it's like a routine that you all establish.
Every time it surprises him the same. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
You walk in the office, you're like, who's ready for their morning brew?
They're like lining up, me.
Oh!
Just teabagging their hot coffee.
They all use the same cup.
The last person to get in line has to drink that coffee because you only buy so many.
Really wakes them up though. It's just because it's got.
It's like they think it's a punishment, but that guy keeps getting last in line on purpose because go
delicious. Ahead of me. You gotta tie my shoes. Sorry.
Sorry, I gotta take a quick leak.
Oh, you're behind me. Actually, let me take this call. That's it.
Sorry, I'm just gonna step behind you.
But what have you been?
What a joke.
You have an update on voice acting stuff. Do you want to talk about
I actually have another one that I haven't told you about, and it's kind of funny.
Please tell me.
It's not even, like, good. It's just funny. So, there's this movie that Godzilla fans are making called Godzilla Fate is Eternal or something.
Yes, Godzilla Plays Fate, the movie.
Yeah. And we're in it playing. It's our Let's Play.
What are you doing, Lola?
She's just zooming, dude.
She's just having a good time, really.
She says they stank.
Biting shit.
But so an original Reddit post was made as a casting call for that movie, and I DM'd the guy.
Yes.
Never got a response from that guy.
Yes.
And then another guy who I now know is making a completely different movie.
A Godzilla movie?
Yes.
Godzilla movies.
Yes, 2 Godzilla fan films, both stop motion, both with the same Godzilla figure. So
Why is this like a niche community?
I don't know. I don't know.
Godzilla stop motion.
But the second guy, he was like, "Hey, I made a post before," so I was like, "Oh, this is probably the same guy on a different account, right?"
Nope.
So I DM'd him, immediate response back, and I got a role in his short film.
Do you play the same character?
No, I don't. I didn't get one in the first one.
Oh, I thought
the one that I got was Godzilla Fate is Eternal. So it turns out that this smaller one, is like no IMDb page, nothing.
Still,
it's like it's cool.
Yeah,
but I was slightly bummed.
Well, because hey, we're gonna start a GoFundMe, even though you can make an IMDb account, whatever. We're gonna start a GoFundMe, raise $500, and we'll make Jonah an IMDb account.
Thank you guys so much for donating.
By the way, really, we could buy IMDb Pro.
I'll be honest, I got like $20 right now. Yeah. I could use it just to live day to day. I got no groceries besides noodles.
Hey, noodles, bro.
Ramen.
Yeah, put both of those in water.
Yeah, like I boil the pasta. I put the ramen on top. Yeah. Tastes bad.
Really? Actually, I wonder if that would be good if I just took like normal spaghetti pasta and then put the
ramen packet.
Would that be any good?
Probably. Well, I don't know because they do use a specific kind of noodle.
Ramen.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any places in Kentucky that is like a good ramen place.
Well, actually, ramen is the name of the dish. The noodle is just cut that way.
Yeah, it's
not something where they fry the noodle or something.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because if you crunch on some dry ramen, it doesn't just taste like dry pasta.
No, people do that. People eat it. Yeah,
I've tried it. I've never gone through like a whole one because.
You want to try one right now? I have like 4 things of ramen in the thing.
That's
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the ramen.
Okay, just break it in half, and we'll
I'll bring one sheet of it.
One sheet.
I don't know, Jonah. Do you want Oriental flavor or
is that
chicken flavor?
Is that culturally insensitive?
I think people can be Oriental, but items can be because it's a culture.
Okay.
I think that's
so. Why are they offended if it's a culture?
I think it's because the people are people, and I don't know. I usually just avoid saying it altogether.
Yeah, I don't say that word.
Yeah, because I just don't know the rules of that.
It's just not really worth saying it in the wrong scenario.
Let me read everything I just said. We were talking about Oriental. You all probably heard me, but after we run this through dynamics processing, I don't know if that'll be heard really. But anyway. We were talking about ramen. There's a flavor. This is chicken flavor. We were talking about ramen and that there's an Oriental flavor.
Chicken is good.
It is very good. It is. Yeah, it's my favorite one. I have a beef in there, but I look at it and every time I go to the store, I'm like, I'm gonna get a bunch of different flavors. I'll get some beef or whatever, and then I come home and the next day I look at the beef flavor. And
fuck that buy beef.
Why did I buy the beef flavor? I hate it.
Beef, I like it, but it's just not as good.
It's just that's the thing. It's like it's clearly not as good as chicken. Chicken is the superior flavor.
I feel like the shrimp and lime one. It's probably pretty good.
Never either. That sounds really good.
I did have the shrimp and lime cup noodle.
Really?
That shrimp.
I'm gonna go ahead and open this.
Okay, so one time cup noodles were on sale, really far away. And I got 3 of the full
cup noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I literally haven't had those in for. I should go get some.
I got 3 full pallies of cup noodles for $14, and that lasted me until 2 months ago, and I bought them before Hannah moved in.
Yeah, damn, that was a really long time ago. When we moved into our last house, Mark, one of my old roommates, one of our best friends. That boy. That man is great.
Come here.
Come here,
Marcus.
Come on the podcast. Anyway,
I don't even know if your full name is Marcus, but I'm going to call you Marcus, and I'm going to tell you to come right here.
We'll just say
Marcus, come right here.
But he, when we moved in, his mom bought him a 48-pack of ramen. And a 24-pack of cup noodles. The cup noodles were gone within a month because Mark ate cup noodles a shit ton.
They're so good.
I've heard they're way better than ramen, is what Mark said. I don't know.
I don't know. I agree. Okay. They're different tastes, and better, though? If you're craving that, cup noodle won't satisfy it.
Really?
But cup noodle is overall better.
Okay. Because it looks just more appealing in my opinion as well. Like, would you rather have the cup noodle or this? Like, you look at it. In my opinion, I'm just like the cup noodle looks cooler. In my opinion, and it looks more Japanese.
I don't know if you ever played. You probably have not. Final Fantasy 15.
Nope. I haven't played one.
Cup noodles made it into that game.
Is it like a healing item?
Well, it's like if you rest at night and you have like ingredients to make food, then you can cook.
Yeah.
But if you have no ingredients, then you just make cup noodles. And you can like spice up the cup noodles with like different species. Oh my fucking god! Different species of like bird eggs and stuff. So it's really cool.
Well, this is ramen. Why would you eat
You want
ramen?
Crunchy on some
right,
ramen?
You want to try some ramen?
Yeah. What did you mean when you said sheet?
Oh wait, because
you said I'm gonna bring over one sheet.
It breaks in two. Have you never noticed that? You can break.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you meant. Like it went even further beyond.
No. So it's like it's always one big block, but you can always tell they just like I'm getting ramen all over my couch. You can always tell.
Okay, you know what we should do?
Peyote in the desert.
No.
Why not? Bro?
We should take a few seconds so everyone can get in the right mood.
Okay.
But once we get the ramen, we turn into a little ASMR segment.
Okay.
And then we jump back into it after we've done that.
That's fine. Actually, one of the very first videos of ASMR I ever watched was someone just like slowly opening a pack of ramen.
They give you those tingles, boy.
Not really. I was just more or less intrigued with the fact that it was a 30-minute video on a pack of ramen.
Did he at least cook and eat them too?
No, because I absolutely,
what the fuck?
I absolutely abhor any sort of mouth sounds that come from eating.
Okay.
And so if that's in an ASMR video, I will immediately. I'm not the type of person to really ever dislike any sort of video on YouTube. But like, I'll never dislike the video, but I will just never come back to that channel because it's like I hate it.
I kind of agree with you because
shit. Okay, I'll take the messy version.
Okay, so I do like just like I guess the best way to describe it is like ambient eating sounds. Like they're not going over the top. Like
yes, yeah, okay, I can understand
something like that.
I can understand.
But just like the ASMR videos I watch is just somebody like eating dinner and talking.
No, okay,
or something like that.
That's why I watch Report of the Week. Is because
I like him so much.
Because it feels like I'm eating dinner with someone sometimes. And it's just fun to watch him. Like, he's just sitting in his car talking about...
Yeah.
Well, it's ramen. But, like, he's just sitting in his car talking about, like, Burger King and some shit. And I'm eating, like, a fucking Red Baron pizza. I'm like, yeah. Cool, man.
I love the mac and Cheetos from Burger King.
Oh, my God. I watched that one recently. I watched that one, and I watched...
he made it again.
He did. And I watched the Burger King taco review.
Do they look good?
No.
I feel like no.
Because it just looks
Actually,
like...
Jordan tried them, and he said...
Yeah, because literally you look at it, and it just looks like strips of burger in a taco. But the thing is, Okay, so, like, that's the thing. A burger, when you break it, like, apart, it should kind of crumble into different pieces, because it's meat. It's not just, like, a slab of meat. But Burger King...
because they use frozen meat.
Burger King's burgers are just, patties or whatever. You can just, like, tear them into tiny, tiny strips.
And it's not even close what the ads look like either.
No, and so it's literally just like strips of meat in a tube of tortilla. So it's just a meat tube, and it just sounds disgusting.
It's a meat tube.
It just sounds when you think about tacos, it's just meat in a tube. It's a meat tube, but they're so good.
They are so good because they're well seasoned. It's fresh beef. It's a good tortilla.
Have you ever had?
I had Mexican earlier today for lunch.
Really? Have you ever had a fish taco?
Yes.
They're very good.
Okay, so I gotta tell you.
We never tried this.
Let's do the ramen first, and then I got a story about tacos.
Okay, let's do that. Ready?
Okay.
3,
sink it. We're just gonna have to fist bump. Okay.
Okay.
And then sink it. Ready? I just went for it. It's much easier to chew than I thought. And it's legit not bad.
I'm having a good time with this.
I don't think I would ever eat it dry unless I was like in a situation where I had no access to clean running water. However, it is not bad. Like in an apocalypse situation, I could still probably
There's going to be so much of that shit.
I could still probably boil it because I just need a pot of water. Lola, what the hell?
Okay, not only was it ramen, but it's gone.
It's gone. Here, I know how to distract her. Jonah, tell me about your tacos.
Okay, so have you ever been to the place in downtown where we live that does tacos? I can't think of what it's called right now.
Not. But the other one?
No, it's in downtown. No, here. Not that it even matters if they know where we live, because they know we live in Kentucky.
Where the hell?
It's like right next to Schedule.
Local taco.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry I said the name, but
it's okay. It's Local Taco in Lexington, Kentucky. It's not that expensive.
I thought it was.
It's you can pay like $13, so it's like normal sit down restaurant, but you get like 4 street taco sized tacos.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you can mix and match them. But one of the best tacos I've ever had, it was not an original taco at all. It was called Southern Fried, and it was just, a regular wheat tortilla, and then it had fried chicken on it, and then it had a honey mayonnaise and lettuce.
Okay.
And that was it, and it slapped so hard. But I also had like a lime fish taco.
Dude, have you ever put lime on just like normal meat and cheese lettuce taco?
So good.
It's so good.
Lime juice is so good.
What the hell? Okay,
yeah.
so
it's not even a secret. They've been doing it for years.
Okay, there was that was
such a dumb thing to say. They've been doing it for years. Like millennia.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story about the first time I tried lime tacos. We went over to like a house.
When was it?
Recently, like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, I had not had like.
It's been too long. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, no, I need more. Fuck, I really want tacos now. I just don't have the ingredients. I might have.
Well, you can make ramen tacos.
Can I? But go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I think you can.
Probably could. I just don't know if it'd be good.
Baking with binging with Babish.
Baking with
Benjamin Tennyson. Ben Tennyson.
Ben 10.
Ben 10.
Okay, anyway, what's up? Baking with
Babish.
Okay.
He's an awesome YouTuber.
Yes.
He doesn't need any recognition from me and my 30 fucking views. But, he made spaghetti tacos.
Oh, for Mike Harley.
Yeah, but on the second run through, he made the taco ramen shells out of spaghetti.
Like hard spaghetti?
No, fuck, it wasn't spaghetti at all.
What was it?
It was Parmesan cheese.
Oh, shit.
And he made a Parmesan cheese crisp and then made it into a taco shell shape and then put spaghetti into it. And
that sounds really good.
It looks so good. Because he was like, it's weird that spaghetti taco works at all, but it could work even better.
Because if you add
I put it in just a cheese shell.
I had
inside of
the only time I ever had a fish taco was we went out to California last summer.
Yeah.
And we ate. There's a Mexican restaurant on the Santa Monica Pier, and we went there, and it was weird because they didn't have queso. Like,
were they only fish tacos?
No, they didn't only serve fish tacos. No. Not like the entire Mexican restaurant didn't have queso. Not just the tacos, because we were like, hey, can we get some salsa and also some queso? And they're like, we don't do queso here. And I was like, is that like a...
Do you know what that is?
I was just like...
Allow me to enlighten you.
But yeah, and I was just like, it's just cheese in a bowl.
Yeah,
like,
well, it is a specific cheese.
Yeah, it's this type, but like, I was just like, well, okay. Because that just threw me for a loop. But,
yeah.
So, anyway, the fish tacos on this menu looked absolutely astonishing. They looked so good, and they were very good. Although they really hyped it up. They were like tilapia or whatever with lettuce, cheese, and topped with our signature Baja sauce. And I was like, oh shit, this Baja sauce is about to be fire. I bet it is.
Was it spicy?
Yeah, it was supposed to be spicy with a little bit of zest and stuff like that too. To take out the fish flavor, and stuff. And I tried it and I bit into it. I took a huge bite, and literally the Baja sauce just felt like this unflavored paste in my mouth. It just didn't taste like anything. And at one point, I literally just took my finger, dipped it in the Baja sauce, and licked it, and couldn't taste a thing. And I was like, there's no flavor to this. And so once I scraped the sauce out and ate the fish tacos, it was fantastic.
But
I was like,
that a restaurant does signature sauce.
Yes.
And what that probably was, and it sucks, is because they probably get so busy that they make sauce and keep it for days.
Yeah.
So you had 2-3 day old sauce.
Yeah, baby.
So just lost its flavor. Very unfresh.
Right, and I was like looking forward to it.
Very unprofessional. Just come in early, make the fucking sauce. Go back home until it opens.
Dude, there's a Mexican restaurant around here. Again, don't really
name drop them.
It's called Mi Pequeño Hacienda, which stands for like my little something.
Pony.
Yes. Yeah, it's just that.
Okay.
But
that's awesome.
But no, like
Jacks.
Yeah, we eat there all the time, and it is so fucking good. We go there so much that now the owner calls me and my dad my friend. Because he sees us there all the time.
Hello, my friend.
Yeah, he just says, my friend. He sounded more Russian right there than he did, Hispanic.
Hello, my friends.
Hello, my friend.
Welcome to Mexican restaurant.
I feel like if a Russian man ran a Mexican restaurant,
it's just drugs.
Yeah, it would 100% be like a money laundering.
It was really funny. There was like a story about that, something like that, where they did have like a really shitty Mexican restaurant in the front and drugs in the back. I feel like and then the restaurant started doing so well that they stopped selling drugs and focused only on the restaurant. It became an awesome restaurant.
Yeah, I read a story like that on fucking Reddit. It was like
I think mine was like a screenshot from Reddit or something.
Yeah, it was like this guy used to be like, he used to deal weed, bro. And he used to like, sell it. And he one day he was like, yo, I'm gonna make some like pop brownies or whatever. And during making the pop brownies, he's like, yo, baking's like fun as shit. And then he became like a professional chef because he discovered his love for baking. I almost said chefing.
I'd love to be a baker.
That would be cool. I feel like you'd be a good baker.
Thank you.
What you made that one day that you brought, that we already talked about.
Well, that was not baking.
One episode. No, but you still cooked it.
Yeah.
It was really good though. I had never made tuna something whatever.
I would love to actually be a chef because that was like good, but that was like whatever. Like that was just like bad ingredients thrown together.
Good.
No, I agree with you that it was good, but it was like kind of lower quality ingredients, and
it's like meals,
made a higher quality thing, but not
high quality
meals
that you can make on a low quality like budget or something like that.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your YouTube channel right there.
Let's make it.
No, for you. I can't cook for shit. Well, I can make like a signature like 4 dishes, and that's about it.
We're gonna make Epic Mealtime 2. Bacon strips. Gay bacon strips.
Bacon on top of bacon.
Put the bacon weave on the cheese mountain. And
sounds pretty good, actually. Hey,
no.
if I ever bought a meat mountain, would you eat half of it with me?
I eat the whole thing.
You eat the whole meat mountain?
Yeah,
that'd be kind of hard.
Yeah,
in my 2 years of working on Arby's, I never served a meat mountain.
That's so crazy.
I was kind of upset because like once I found out it was on the thing, because like my brother. Whoa!
Why'd you stop talking?
My brother worked at Arby's before I did at a different one, and he told me about it. And then I went to when I got hired at mine as a lowly, hell, I think I was 15 when I started working. I don't know how that was legal, but
it's not.
But I did. I don't really know how, but yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, "Yo, do we actually have this secret item?" They're like, "Yeah, no, we do. We just never really serve it." And I was like, "Oh, I can't wait till someone orders it." Nobody ever ordered it.
If I had known you wanted to sell one, I would have been in there.
There you go.
You
should have got one.
Give me 3 meat mountains. If I can eat them all and not pass out, they're free.
No, I don't think anybody could eat 3 meat mountains. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it looks disgusting.
It's just horrible.
I bet I could do it if it was free.
You probably could.
If it was free.
If it was free, I'd do it. Hell, I doubt anybody I work with
I actually
still works
am really interested in doing...
Arby's. You interested in working at Arby's?
No.
As an intern over the summer?
I'm really interested in doing like those food challenges, like Man vs. Food-esque.
What is that?
Man vs. Food? That's where he would just do the insane challenges, like eat this in 50 minutes with no water.
Like the
and get a t-shirt.
Challenge. Like the Nutella challenge?
Like but more specifically hands. The cinnamon challenge. Oh.
I love that video so much.
Joey's World Tour.
Oh my god. Finish what you were going to say. I never told the story about the limes on tacos for the first time. You want me to tell my story now?
Well, I was just going to say, I think it's interesting when restaurants do those challenges, and I would not mind participating in them.
You should.
Especially the ones that are like, bring a friend. And
dude, do it.
It's like they get a t-shirt and like a free meal. but it's a fucking huge amount of meal.
Dude, that'd be so... If a Mexican restaurant was like, hey, come eat this much chicken, rice, and queso, I'd be like, I'm on it.
I don't think there's any amount I could not eat.
Yeah, no. literally, I want to go to this Mexican restaurant that I talked about and be like, hey, I just need a bucket of your rice, a big bowl of your cheese, and just like a good amount, like a pound of your chicken, and I will go home a happy man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's I would eat that for days.
What was... there was something right on the
taco?
titillizing tips of my
dick
tubulars in my brain.
Alliteration.
Ting tang.
Walla walla bing bang.
Limes on
tacos. You want me to tell my story now?
Yes, because I cannot think.
It's alright. I forget a lot of stuff. Anyway, so basically, this story took place like 2 months ago. Me and Kaylee went to a party. It was like a hockey party that we went to, and like we had a small group of friends that we went with. And at one point, the party kind of, I'm not necessarily much of a party goer in the first place, and so, we just went into, it was like me and Kaylee, and then 2 other couples. We all just kind of chilled in our mutual friend who lived at that house. The party got a little bit too insane for us. Like, not even insane, but just, it got too lively. It got too loud.
Oh,
and just, there you go. But but I just didn't like, I don't know. I'm just not much of a party person. So we just went to hang out with our friends. And we got, like, I was a little tipsy, as I could say. It was legal. I'm 21.
Well, were you at the time?
Yes, I was.
Because I will call the police.
They're actually, they're here outside. We called them before just in case anybody said anything that was, like worrisome. So, no, anyway. But he was like, are you guys hungry? And I hadn't eaten all day. I was like, actually, yes, I'm very hungry, but I don't want to take your food. He's like, no, I have these tacos. I don't want them. I made them earlier today. I don't there's enough for like a few people, but like I don't want them. So he made like a little taco bar in his room, and it was dope. And I ate one, and he was like, oh, dude, you not put any lime on that? I was like, why the hell would I put lime on this? He was like, dude,
who the fuck are you, dude?
I was like, where the fuck do you get off? But but he was like, oh, here, and he gave me one. He was like, just squeeze it like a little amount. And so I did, and I bit into it, and I was like, this is fucking fantastic. I was like, this is incredible. I was like, I cannot believe I had never found this before. Yeah, Lola's still here, by the way. Anytime we watch her, I explained to her, come on up here. Come on.
Come up.
Come on.
Get up.
Good girl.
Get air.
Every time we watch her, or I watch her, and we shoot the podcast, she sits there for a second and just sits here and looks up at us, making sure that we see her and everything. Just sit down, baby girl. Stop hitting the mic with your tail. What are you doing? Hi, baby. Hi, good girl. All right. Anyway, but yeah, tacos with limes, big
ups from Jeff, dude.
From me, yeah, they're very, very good. Way better than I thought they would be. So, yeah. What? Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm still trying to go think about what I've been doing lately. Still just playing Fallout 4.
Okay, so I have something I can talk about. I'm pretty upset about.
What are you upset about?
It's Overwatch, baby.
What are you upset about with Overwatch?
I did my placements. I got gold again. Yeah. Shocker, because I play Ana, and it's hard to fucking carry. I've since kind of started playing Zenyatta, who's really good. I love Zenyatta so much. He's probably going to carry me up the ranks. But in my Ana extravaganza, I dropped from gold to now I'm in silver.
Why?
Because I lost too many games in a row, and if you stay under the gold threshold for 3 games, you drop to silver. Yeah. So then I was just like, okay, I'm done with rank today. Right. Can't handle that anymore.
Yeah. Dude, I just recently there was a point I think it was about 2 years ago. I was insanely into only competitive games. I would only play online competitive. It was either Fortnite, Rocket League, Rainbow Six, Overwatch at a time. And I think that's really the only competitive games I play. But I would come home from work and be like, oh fuck dude, I am so stressed out and tired. I just want to sit down and play video games.
Relax, play some games.
Yeah, and then
immediately
I jump onto
tilt yourself in a competitive game.
Yeah, I just get pissed. And I was like, why am I doing this? So now I want to get back into it, but I know myself, and it's just like, I don't know. I just have a lot more fun with single players, like story-based games, or like art. I don't know. Basically, I've just been playing Fallout 4 a lot. But anyway, go on with your Overwatch story.
That's kind of the end of that story.
Though, it's just...
Okay, well, the thing that they are doing that I'm a fan of is they finally introduced role queue.
Which is?
Which is you have to have 2 of each class on a team.
Oh,
and you have to queue that class. Like, yeah, if you queue healer, that it won't even let you break the rules. Like, you can only pick a support class or a support character. And I think it's really cool. It's actually kind of funny. Because I agreed with Ridgeway 100%, but last night I was talking to Ridgeway and someone else who I do not know in real life, and they were arguing about whether or not role queue is a good thing, and the other guy stopped playing Overwatch at like season 2 or something crazy, like 2 years ago. We're on like season 16 or something.
Wow, okay.
I don't even know. It's up there though.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Ridgeway, still avid player of Overwatch, is like role queue is good. Yeah. Not only do we want it as like competitive and quick play players, but professional players want it because the players who play DPS feel like they're getting overshadowed by other classes, which they were for so long. But the other guy was like, nope, not good because I don't agree with the game. I wasn't listening that much. Right. I just know there were 2 clear sides. But I don't know.
If he's
not even playing Overwatch now, so it doesn't even
right.
matter.
It's like
Did you say good girl because she said boo?
Because she went. That's what
she went.
That's what she did. No, but yeah, there are some things like that, like clear, improvements to the quality of life in certain games. Everybody should be on board. And like everybody's like, that'll be good. And then there's like a small
community that thinks they are like that. There's like, well, in the games I've played in the past,
the games that
it would not work.
Yeah, the games.
So in this game, where it would clearly work, I must. If you see what I'm saying,
majority of those games are either dead or their fan base is quickly declining, or it's just like, they had their peak moment and now it's gone. Like, some games do that, some games don't. I'm still really impressed with how Fortnite has managed to kind of keep the mainstream. Like, it's still kind of the top battle royale, in my opinion. Like, I think saying that if we had a larger audience would piss a lot of people off, but it's true. Like,
it is true, and it's because I don't know how the other games are now, but I know how they were when Fortnite took its place as number 1 and has kept it for so long. But it's because the developers try new things. Yeah. If the community doesn't like it, they listen to that feedback and they will change it to better it or remove it entirely. Because so many guns have been vaulted because people did not like them and they made the game unfun to play at a casual level, which they really have to look at their casual player base more because
that's a hard balance to find.
Yeah, it's like normally you would balance your game, I feel, around the competitive side, but in Fortnite you kind of have to do the other one.
Yes, because a lot of people who play are
the professionals will find a way to make it work, but the casual players cannot have like a gun that one-shots, or then it just ruins the game for so many people. And I'm saying that, and I liked the pump shotgun. So if you're, I know it kind of makes it sound like a hypocrite, but I understand why people don't like things like the pump shotgun. But yeah, I like Fortnite for that reason. I still get on it and play it every now and then.
I need to play it. I should re-download
Fish Stick
it
is a
and play
good
it.
skin.
I really like Fish Stick. I have the best skin I have is the Durr Burger skin. I really like.
Well, you got Beef Boss.
I got Beef Boss.
That is my favorite skin in the entire game. There's a funny story.
That old boss I talked about at the beginning of the podcast. Me and him used to come home and just play Fortnite.
Wow.
Until like 1 a.m.
That's insane.
We'd go into work the next day and talk about Fortnite.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
So you were playing like in Greasy Grove days? Were you playing back then?
I played since season 2 or 3.
Me and Zeke dropped Greasy Grove every single game.
Really?
So when Zeke stopped playing, that made me so sad.
Yeah.
And also when Greasy Grove was annihilated and removed from the map,
got fucking
so sad.
It's gone.
But then Beef Boss came out after Greasy Grove was gone.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, this is the best thing to ever happen to this game. Mm-hmm. And I had to buy that.
I love Beef Boss. Dude, I honestly, I still have it installed. It's actually Beat Saber's a lot of fun. I played it like only twice.
I think we're the first people to come to this conclusion.
Yeah,
Beat Saber is
fun.
I'm
game.
saying it
Would
now.
recommend it. But
don't leave.
If you can fucking set up VR.
Don't leave.
I wish I could have VR. I just don't have the money nor the space.
Get an Oculus Quest.
Is that the one without the tracking stuff or whatever?
It is only the headset. The headset is a computer.
So you can,
it's completely wireless.
Play it, like,
hey, buddy, fuck
stuff.
Off.
Sorry, but like you could play it sitting down.
It's the first 100% wireless VR because you just got the controllers and the headset. Apparently, it is
that's
back heavy.
Yeah.
So they do sell front weights to put on your headset, or funny. Vice versa. I don't remember, but it apparently runs so well, and you wouldn't expect it to because it's a computer built into a fucking headset.
Right.
But that's awesome because you can play Beat Saber on it. I think by the time I was hearing about it, mods were not available, but they were working on it
because they've got their shit, or what?
Because they've got a set number of songs that come with the game.
Yes.
But people only really play it so they can put their own downloaded songs on there.
Yeah, some of the stuff that... Lola, quit. Stop.
But they were working on it because they've got their own web browser built into the Oculus Quest that they're gonna...
Oh my god.
they're gonna have support for that which I think is so awesome.
Yeah,
it's so awesome.
The guy... the only way I was able to play it was someone I know has a Oculus Rift.
Same.
And you're right. And they have he has a 2-bedroom apartment and his other bedroom is just for VR and his desk and stuff. Which is a cool setup, but again, I just don't have that.
God, that's what I should invest in.
It's really cool, yeah.
If I do end up getting an apartment with because my room would just be my office game area,
right? Because
I could have a corner dedicated to VR.
You should. Is there any? But I know we can talk about this after the podcast in case you don't want to give away personal information on the podcast.
Let's hear it.
I was just gonna ask you if there's any updates on that, if you.
I'm too poor.
All right. Well, that's our update.
Send me money.
but yeah, it's always that'd be a cool.
We're getting doo-doo screwed by Kroger's hours. Otherwise, we would already be gone.
I know. I look for jobs in Lexington for you and Hannah because I'm fuck.
Hey,
I want them to
I
move
did
to
apply
Lexington.
To be a multimedia specialist at UK.
There you go.
And I wrote a cover letter and everything.
There you go, dude.
I bullshitted.
Some
of it.
Half the cover letter is all bullshit.
Yeah.
Majority of
my
it
resume
bullshit.
is accurate, but my cover letter was my dedication to teamwork, innovation, and organization. Yep. All of those things. It's not me.
No, it's just...
If I have to, I'll be able to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But do I do that in my day-to-day life at all? No.
My boss didn't even read my cover letter. Because
it was required.
You have to have it to Lola, stop.
Hey,
okay.
she kind of framed it better.
1 second.
That was actually awesome.
Come here. Lola, go take.
She's coming. Okay, so guys, I'm actually trapped here, and Jeffrey will not let me leave. I don't know what to do.
Got her, boys. She's gonna come back in here. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I honestly, from the time walking in there, I have forgotten what we were talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh no! Your cover letter. No, yeah, my boss guarantee he didn't even read my cover letter because a cover letter, you have to have it to apply on that website that we're talking about. It won't let you apply without it. But it's useless. Who the fuck reads a cover letter? Nobody reads a cover letter.
I don't know who does.
That's it.
I don't know.
Well, you can come up here if you want. Just quit trying to play during the
silly
podcast.
Bit. And you were not a part of it at all. Because when you left, I was whispering into the mic, and I was like, "Hey guys, Jeffrey's got me trapped." Oh, here he comes. And then the whole time I was just talking yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, dude, it's true. You cannot leave until you pay me $36,000 in top ramen. So
it's insane that you only want top ramen.
Specifically $36,000 worth. That was a movie. That was a movie with Shia LaBeouf. I watched it. In that movie, he plays Ghost Recon because it was what was it? It was product placement. It was really obvious product placement. And it was not.
I've never seen that movie.
It was not well done at all. The product placement. The movie itself was fine.
Just like that Adam Sandler movie, Big Sis or Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. What product placement is it?
Pepto-Bismol.
I don't remember. I never.
He is an advertising agent for Pepto-Bismol.
What the fuck?
In the movie.
Hell yeah! Oh.
So it's like the first scene, he's like shooting
shot.
a commercial for Pepto-Bismol, and he's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So they like wheel in a cart, and he's like, "Oh, I got a tummy ache," and they like wheel in a cart with 2 Pepto-Bismols on it, just 2 of the containers, both pointed towards the camera. He takes one, like breaks the seal, just swigs it. Like, fuck you, Adam Sandler.
Disgusting.
Fuck you, dude.
Dude, product placement's one of those things that it just like automatically usually makes me upset whenever I see it. Like, I
like when they're more subtle. Like,
if they can be subtle about it,
it's like a car or a series of cars are all the same brand. I probably won't fucking notice until afterwards.
Right, exactly. But okay, so like there's one show who did it both very tastefully and very poorly this season, and that's Stranger Things. They did it very good and very bad.
Which one was bad, or which example?
Okay, so for instance, it's set in a mall.
Spoilers.
Obviously, there's going to be spoilers for Stranger.
But you should have watched it by now.
Very minor spoilers for Stranger Things, mostly just like sets and like locations. I'm not really going to talk about. Well,
there's a
stories.
mall. I'm pretty sure that's in the trailer.
It takes place in a mall, and like I get it because Stranger Things. One of the things it has going for it is the whole nostalgic factor. Obviously, that's a big part of the show.
Oh wait. Are you talking about like Coca-Cola?
That's fine. No, I'm
liked the Coca-Cola one.
But that is more or less a joke in and of the 80s itself because like everybody was so tore up about that, but really it was just a way for Coke to start adding cheaper supplements to Coke without people really. Do you know the story behind that?
Kind of.
New Coke and old Coke and all that.
Yeah. So Coke used to just have like cocaine in it.
No. That was like 1800s.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
So
I'm glad that wasn't happening when Lucas was.
Yes, Coke had like it was Coke. It was made with like normal sugar and everything like that. However, it also like people drank it, but then Pepsi was like dominating the market. Like, Pepsi was, like, the drink to kind of drink in, like, the early 80s and stuff like that. Because, like, Michael Jackson was a huge, like, Pepsi sponsor. That's how his hair caught on fire, was during that Pepsi commercial. And so, Pepsi was, like, a huge thing.
I wonder if that gained or lost in business.
I think gained, because everybody was like, oh, shit, did you hear Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire during the Pepsi commercial?
But Pepsi put it out. Yeah. They just come up to him and start pouring it on his head.
And then he just takes a sip right towards the camera with the logo facing out. Great. But anyway, so long story short, Pepsi was kicking Coke's ass. Coke decided that they needed to try something different. However, they realized one of the things they could do was they needed to like change their recipe to be cheaper so they could like produce it. I could be messing that part up, but they needed a cheaper recipe, and they found like different additives that they could do. Instead of sugar, it could be like high fructose corn syrup and stuff like that. That's whenever they started to change, but they couldn't just switch the recipe without telling people, but they didn't want to tell people. So they introduced New Coke first. Coke. New Coke was filled with sugar, filled with like carbonation, everything. And when you did a blind taste test of like a shot's worth of New Coke, it tasted great because it was just pure sugar and it releases dopamine in your brain. But you drank a whole can of that. You're like, in a whole can, you're just like, this is disgusting. And so a lot of people were like, yo, New Coke fucking sucks. And so New Coke was like, or not New Coke, just Coke, the company, was like, okay, we're going to go back to the old Coke, whatever. But instead, they didn't go back to old Coke. They just introduced the cheaper additives. But it tasted the same. But they didn't tell people that they had changed the recipe. So that way they were able to switch and people thought like, okay, they're going back to old Coke. But that got them a lot of popularity because like, oh, look, they listened and it tastes the same now and it tastes better. So anyway, that whole bit in Stranger Things is like a joke referencing the 80s and everybody, whatever. I realize it's kind of like this is an actual like story spoiler for Stranger Things. So click off if you don't want to listen to it.
Or just fucking watch it already.
But yeah, it's a great show. Dumb. Watch Stranger Things. It's legitimately one of my favorite shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, top 10 easily, I think.
Yeah. It is. Long story short, the first episode I watched, I was like, I'm going to watch one episode, see if I watched it. I watched the first season that night because I didn't stop. It was very good.
It's so good.
And
that's so good.
And honestly, I think I like season 3 more than I like season 2. Like,
yeah,
I
can say that.
2, but
season
like,
2
really like
kind of bored me halfway through. I stopped season 2.
The Chicago episode is one of the worst fucking episodes.
What?
Of anything I've ever seen.
With Collie?
It's the worst.
It's completely pointless part of the story.
Dude, the Duffer Brothers were like, yeah, we shouldn't we shouldn't have wrote that episode. Like that shouldn't have
I was talking to Hannah about Kali.
Not a good
like episode. After I finished season 2 and she was like, "Who?
Shit. Yeah,
what?"
Because she's so forgettable. It's like
it's
nobody.
That episode had so little,
dude,
any purpose.
I understand what they were like trying to go for, like the cyberpunk rebels and stuff like that, and like in the 80s and whatever.
But,
sure, but it's just
to only be in a single episode.
It's just that episode was shit. I hate the writing was bad. The only redeemable thing about that episode is Eleven's return. That's when she sees Mike for the first time when she comes back from the Upside Down. Fucking, that's the only good thing about that episode. Everything else is just
every one of the fucking punks just fuck off. Besides the black guy. He was cool.
I liked. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I liked him too.
All the rest of them, fuck off.
Dude, the stereotypical Mohawk guy who's like
stereotypical,
and like big and a druggie.
Like I hate everything, girl.
Yes.
And then Kali, which was
manipulative and just not.
She
was a good actress. She did what they needed her to do. No disrespect towards whore.
No, you fucking
whore.
You whore.
No, but no disrespect.
No, but yeah, no,
her,
I like.
She did the best she could.
They all did what they were told to do. I'm sure.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, no, they were not acting as good things
because it's just like in that entire episode or whatever, like in that whole Chicago stint, one of those characters is the character we have seen throughout the entire thing. They try to introduce like 7 new characters, and it's like
a sode
in an episode. It's in a sode. It's just like how do you expect us to like care about these
and
characters?
It did not change 11 when she went back home.
No,
there was like one instance where she like had a flashback to Kali.
Yeah, that was it.
And was it in season 3?
No, there was no reference to the Chicago episode in season 3.
Okay, because
I was hoping there wasn't. I was glad that there wasn't.
Because I just know she would she needed to do something really awesome with her powers, so she remembered flipping the car in anger. And then she did whatever she wanted. She had to do in season 2.
Maybe there was. I don't remember it.
I hope it wasn't in season 3. I just don't remember.
I
don't think it was in season 3. I don't think it was.
I don't know. Anyway, back to the
bad
product.
episode.
Bad episode. Back to
where
the
was the bad
placement.
product placement?
Dude,
in Stranger Things season 3.
Specifically the scene, again spoilers. The scene where she makes the like popular girls like drinks explode on them. Do you remember that scene? Her and Max are shopping in the mall, and like those girls laugh at her for trying something on, and so she like uses her powers to like make their sodas explode. Did you notice that every single cup had the Orange Julius logo placed right at the camera? It's like they were in front of the Orange Julius store. They were in front of the Orange Julius store. They're all laughing, having a good time.
That's all you needed. Just put them in front of the store and have them hold the cup naturally.
Right. That's the thing. If you put them in front of a store and have them act like people, I will 100% not even. Because
if they're all holding it like this, that makes me want Orange Julius less. If they're just holding them like normal people, like just sipping, then it's like, I'm looking at the drink now, and I'm not looking at this logo and making me not want it, even though I might have wanted it. Now I don't out of spite.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes me not want it.
And most people our age who notice those things, which I didn't even, but still. I probably have the same mindset where it's like come on, you're trying too hard.
Do it.
No, I don't want it.
Yeah, and like they flirted the line with that a lot this season because again, it's 80s, it's nostalgia, and part of the nostalgia is like the old brands and the old logos and everything like that.
What I think was so cool,
it's like they do it in a good way, but there were some parts that were just
being
not good.
At Kroger, like a bunch of chip companies went back to their old 80s design for their bags and like released a lot of them, like Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, stuff like that.
I was talking. Go ahead. Sorry.
That was it. I just think it was cool
how
they brought it over.
Yeah, and stuff like that I enjoy. Like when Pepsi brought back Crystal Pepsi, that was dope. Like I enjoyed that. And like when drinks bring back like old versions and old recipes and stuff like that, I think that's cool. But like specifically Stranger Things, not so kind of Stranger Things, and it's not their fault. It's just other businesses' fault. When a show becomes very commercialized, I really fucking hate it. Like, specifically, I did not watch Game of Thrones. However, Game of Thrones is possibly one of the largest shows of this time period because it was such a big, like, that whole last season was a huge thing. Yeah, exactly. And it's like how with Marvel,
I wish
it's
I
like
had watched it.
Same, exactly. I need
the time.
I should watch it, but like it's like how Marvel took 10 years and the ending was like so perfect. Everything. Game of Thrones ending. I haven't watched it. Can't say it's great. I know it's not great because just from a viewer watching the last few episodes with Kaylee, the writing was like fucked. But
were they rushed?
Yes, the two writers just didn't want to do anymore, so they fit everything into this last season.
Oh.
They have 3 Star Wars films. I almost I don't know what that was, but they have 3 Star Wars films slated for Disney that are not this trilogy. Huh. So there are going to be did you know that there are 5 more Star Wars films ready, planned?
Are they doing another trilogy?
There's another trilogy and 2 spin-offs. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not the most upset about that.
If
it's good and it's Star Wars,
if it's good,
whatever.
Great. But if it's
I've found ways to enjoy every one of these past movies.
Oh yeah. And the Last Jedi,
whatever the
people, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
It was a well shot, good action movie.
Don't get me wrong, the story parts of it, I was fucking pissed about certain things. But
specifically Captain Phasma.
Yeah, shit like that.
I don't
know. I guess.
Because she showed up, she was
spoilers and stuff like that.
Stop. And then
Captain Phasma, Admiral Akbar just gets fucking yeeted. And it's sick, this iconic character just got blown
I assumed
to
he was
bits.
already dead.
Right. And they brought him back. It's he's back. Oh, he just died. That's fucking sick.
Well, yeah, it was probably, I guess, to show, how hopeless...
Yeah. No, it makes sense. But,
I don't know.
And then they purposefully tease you because they're oh, there's this guy on this planet that's a big casino. The entire planet's just a big-ass casino and everything. It's there's this guy. He's the best, what was he? Smooth talker or code breaker in the galaxy. And you're
yeah.
It's fun. Oh, and look for his fucking, red lapel pin or something like that. Lando always wore one. And it's they got Lando. The guy in front of me in the theater went, oh, Lando! And I was oh my god, what if it's Lando? And it was this fucking dude with a stutter. And it's sick. You had the chance.
Well, I mean, Lando's an old man now.
Yeah, but he's in the 9th one. Because J.J. Abrams has to come back and fix all the shit that Rian Johnson fucked up. But, going back to, Game of Thrones and everything, is, I really don't like it when brands that just don't have any business being involved in the show get on the hype train for it.
Oh yeah,
Oreos had a Game of Thrones flavor, and it's
fast food Twitters,
dude. Holy shit! They were funny at first.
Okay.
Now I'm sorry. Wendy's is still good. I like the Wendy's.
Arby's
is
I
good
like because they just
have
do
a niche
cool ass art,
audience, and I like it.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
No, yeah, it's cool.
But they make cool art with their food and their boxes and cups and stuff.
They are making content. They are legitimately making content.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Who gives a
They're
shit?
They're making Mario Maker levels too. Dude, Arby's meat
Arby's
dungeon.
has a level. Yeah, no, that's so crazy.
A lot of people I feel hate on Arby's for the food. But I think I like Arby's too.
I do too. Yeah,
I put Arby's pretty high.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I put Arby's high, on a taste level, but on a price level,
it's not great.
It's unless you get off the dollar menu, you're gonna be spending $13 on yourself.
No, I can tell you, back from when I worked there, literally what I always get, which is the French dip, is $7 just for the sandwich. The combo is $8.95.
I'm vomiting at the thought of that.
No, yeah, the combo's expensive as shit, and then you're oh, I also want to get a shake or something like that. Oh, that's $4.
$12
it's
for
not worth
one
it.
person's dinner.
It's literally not worth it. When I worked there and the food was free, it was heaven. It was great because the food was free.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a double beef and cheddar, please.
Dude, literally, yes, dude. It was fucking. I am surprised I did not gain more weight at that time because I ate. There was not.
Was it free food every night?
Yeah. So basically, the way that our Arby's worked was it kind of. We were privately owned. Arby's is a franchise, but you know how you
that's
can
my mic.
You know how you can buy a franchise. If you want to own a Dairy Queen, you can buy.
You gotta go through the years of approval or whatever.
There's this one guy, Lola. Oh my god!
Get your fucking.
This is why we can't shoot the podcast with you here.
This is why we cannot have nice things.
Come here. Go. Oh. Come on. Go.
You guys see that? That was rude as fuck.
Shut the door slightly. Alright.
She'll go, whoa!
Hopefully she can still get out. But anyway. So, like, and also, we're already at an hour, and I started this, like, 20 minutes late. And so we're definitely at a long podcast. Hey, that's okay. But I obviously, let's just keep going.
It honestly kind of felt like it.
Dude,
but
it seems... this is, like, my favorite podcast so far. Cool.
Just had a couple of toots.
What was it? Oh, but, like, the Arby's, like, this one dude owned the franchise, and he owned, like, 3 of them, and we're, like, the only Arby's in, like basically anywhere that I know of that still serves Arby's breakfast. Dude, Arby's breakfast is like, in my opinion, and this is not me being like, oh, I worked at Arby's. Like, I don't have any loyalty to Arby's.
Yeah,
Arby's.
I've been at Kroger for 3 years. Yeah, fuck Kroger.
Yeah, dude, fuck Arby's.
Guess what? I've stolen from Kroger.
Dude, I stole from Arby's. It's like
every time I buy lunch at Kroger, I steal something from Kroger.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have to buy lunch at your place of work. In my opinion,
like. Even if I get a discount, it's 10% off, and that's not like that much.
No,
if you're
it's
because
really
like
not.
The items are like $1.50,
right? And
each.
So it's like what, so, like 5 cents?
I'm not saving that much overall, and just give me that.
Yeah,
I'll yummy down on it, guilt free.
No, literally, because it's a corporation. It's just like
most
they're not
money
losing
Kroger
that much
loses.
money.
The most money Kroger loses is from what they call shrink, which is missing or lost items. And it's mostly employees.
Yeah, because...
So they lose millions of dollars every year.
They should literally... because Kaylee also works at a Kroger in the pharmacy, and she's like, yeah, I have to go buy lunch every day. And I'm like, that is so fucking bizarre to me. It's like, they have all these people there, whatever. How do they not just, like, in their budget be like, yeah, every employee has like
it'll be like
$5 to $7 every day or something like that. Like, go get your food. Go to if you okay. How about this? This is what Kroger should do. Holy shit, Kroger should literally make it like if you buy food from like the deli or whatever shops are in Kroger, it's like either covered or it's heavily discounted. Like I'm talking like $2 to $3 for a meal. But like if you want to buy like name brand stuff off the shelf, yeah, that should probably be full price. But like if it's a Kroger brand like deli meat or like just whatever, why pay full price? Like your employees should be covered. You should take care of your employees. We get a
flat 10% off.
Yeah,
like
that's
20%
bullshit.
off Kroger clothing.
That's such dude, that's sick. I love me some Kroger
it was
clothing.
Cool one time when Kroger carried Champion brand apparel.
Yeah, dude, Champion's sick.
I got a shirt and I got like sweat shorts.
Yeah,
for like $8 a piece.
Yeah.
Or like even less, like it was like $6 a piece, and that's crazy for Champion. It's a very extremely expensive brand now because it's clout.
It's like a clout thing now. Yeah, it's weird that happened.
I got it before it was cool.
It was, yeah.
But what was I gonna say?
Like you only get like a 10% discount.
Fuck! That was not what I was going to say.
I don't know. I still think...
I was going to say, it's shitty that they will give us food, but it's only like if we are... So we get like a score if we get good reviews on our surveys, but only if we get a highly satisfied. If it's anything other than a highly satisfied, of the 5 options, highly satisfied is the highest one. If it's anything less than that, it hurts us. But like a highly satisfied is not only the best one, but it's what we're required to get, or it hurts our numbers and we get less on like our bonuses, which whatever. We got our last bonuses because we got 50-cent raises, and they somehow think that 50 to whatever cent raise you got is going to account for every single bonus check we got at every quarter. And we would get $1 for every hour we worked. So there's no way like an extra 50 cents per hour is going to account for like an extra $300 every few months.
Yeah.
Burping.
Dude, that...
But I was going to say, they do not care. They do not care about us because it was only on those days where they would be like, here's like a hot dog per associate, dude.
Yeah.
You get an ice cream sandwich and a hot dog.
What a great meal.
Like they sometimes do like chips too.
Right.
Like barely any condiments besides like ketchup and mustard. They don't account for anyone's wants or needs. They're just like, well,
Kroger
guys,
so out of
here's some
touch with
boiled hot dogs.
Employees.
We put like 60 hot dogs in a crock pot and let it cook for a few hours.
I could have done like somebody's mom could have done that. Be like, hey guys, I made hot dogs. And it would have been the same fucking thing.
And the fucking higher ups who are so dissocialized from a normal human interaction, they come in and they're like, hey, guys and gals, would you like some stickers for your nameplates? It's like, so they make us wear these like sticker things.
I've seen yours, I think, because I've seen the stickers on them.
Yeah. But they don't do anything anymore. It's like you just fill up the sticker board and that's it. Like, and that's only if you get like a customer like, Jonah helped me today. Like, in a customer comment, highly satisfied only.
Dude, here's the thing.
Then you get a sticker, and it means nothing. It just looks good when you're wearing it. It's like, oh, that guy's got a full sticker sheet.
As a customer, I will, like, I'm going to be honest, I will never fill out any sort of anything. Ever.
It's not, because like, for me, it's not even
that's the manager's job to see.
Because it's 5 fuel points.
Okay.
Like, 50 bonus fuel points, which is 5 cents off.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's 5 cents off a gallon.
It's like,
if I'm an employee, if I have 0 fuel points on my card, I get 3 cents off.
Yeah.
But I never have 0 fuel points on my card, so there's 0 chance I'm ever doing a survey.
It's also just like, that's the manager's job.
You're not even allowed to put like other associates' names on your survey if you work there, because then it's like, oh, well, he's cheating. Dude, that guy's friends with that guy. He's gonna get a meaningless sticker for nothing.
That's what I've noticed about Kroger is because where we went to high school at, and like that whole town, the only thing there is Kroger. The only like teenage job you can have is like Kroger or a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I've
unfortunately been there for 3 years of my life.
Yeah, and they just like there are so many rules there. They just seem so disconnected with the actual people who work there.
Like our store manager, Miss. No, I won't say her name.
Good idea.
But okay, I don't like her.
That's fair.
Just, I don't know, a really fake kind.
Well, she's a store manager of a Kroger, so
yeah, she's really fake kind.
Yes,
and she's so hated amongst the general population that she'll be like, "Hi, Jonah, how are you?" And I'll be like, "Good, how are you?" Or something like that. But I will say, "How are you?" And she'll be like, "Good, you know." No one asks me how I'm doing.
It's because we all hate you.
It's like I guess I'll be your one guy.
Yeah, it's like.
But I also don't care how she's doing, and that's just common courtesy.
Right.
But anyway, she made these 2 things. One, it is so stupid because it was an email to all department managers being like, well, no, not to all, but to the night stock manager who was like, all associates need to be in proper uniform with apron on and name tag on, because there is one potential hour where those associates could see a customer, and if they're not wearing an apron with name tag on facing forward,
dude, shit like that pisses me off. Like,
and that's not even the worst part,
dude. Oh, I hate
because
like,
that's just stupid. That's common sense, just stupid.
No, because it doesn't matter.
She made another one about headphones and phone usage in the store because she's like, because there's no real reason. She's like,
because there's not a real reason.
She said in the email, obviously, it is unacceptable for our associates to be wearing headphones and on their phone.
Obviously.
Because our attention needs to be fully undivided to our customers.
Fuck that.
Most customers don't even fucking look at me.
Most customers
they
have
disrespect
headphones
me
in.
so hard.
Dude, when I go grocery shopping, I put headphones in so, like, the people who work at Kroger don't ask me if I need help because I don't want the help. It's a grocery store. I can find the shit.
No, because fucking Doug, who's so old that he cannot do any other job besides like stand and ask people if they need. In my head, I'm just picturing
an old decrepit man. He just shakes a little bit every time he talks.
He used to be like a treat guy. So he'd like have a treat cart and he'd push it around. And he'd be like, "Jonah, would you like a treat?" And then I'd get like a bag of chips and a little water bottle. It'd be awesome. But They told him that he's not allowed to do that anymore. He only comes in like 3 days a week, and he'll just stand at the end of one of the aisles, just like with hands behind his back, just smiling like, "Ma'am, can I help you find something?" And they're like, "No," or "Yeah, where's this?" And I'll be like, let's see. And he'll like just walk around with them, taking as much time as it would anyway. Like, unless you're asking like, I don't even know why I brought up Doug, because honestly he's doing his best and he's so fucking old.
It's just like,
but like if they ask me where an item is, I would be like, it's in this aisle, like halfway down on the right. It'll be like towards the top shelf,
right?
Because I know exactly where everything fucking is because I've been doing it for so long. But I can just tell them where it is. They leave. That's the only time people care about me, is when they need something. And I will tell them, and they do feign kindness whenever they have to talk to me.
Like literally, it's just like, hey, where is this? Okay, cool, thanks.
It's like, that's hey, all where's the pimentos? And I'll be like, okay, they're in aisle 16 at the very end on the top. Of the,
and it's
the
like
side.
the only headphones should not be a thing. It's like, no, never allowed. It should be if someone
interact with customers the exact same amount.
Yeah,
I would have one headphone in. A customer approaches me, beep, take it out.
Yeah,
like pause my shit, take it out. Hey,
that's all it takes.
They're right here.
That's all it takes. No,
and then I'm back and fucking
like
working.
If someone's like listening to like headphones with like high volume, both headphones in, and they're like not paying attention to customers, that's an individual thing.
You talk to that doing that.
Yeah, you talk to that individual.
And also, so many of our associates who did wear headphones would have like the big ass over the ear ones, like
so they
can't
probably
even hear
fucked
themselves.
It up for everybody else. Yeah, it's like play it smart, guys.
It's so dumb how even now they're showing favoritism because they would like I was able to sneak by and never get told to take my headphones out until like the day before she made the email. She approached me and was like, "Hey, gotta take those headphones out." Like,
why? But what about the headphones prevents you from doing your job? What about like
my job specifically? There's not a damn thing.
In fact, it makes you probably better at your job.
There's another guy in a department that he's like a stalker for the pharmacy section.
Yeah.
And he wears his headphones every day, and he raps along out loud to
Well, he's just the worst already.
Okay, you might actually know him.
Oh, probably.
I'll say his name.
Okay, and whisper it like this.
He was in your class, I think.
No, he's a year younger than me. Okay. But I know who it is.
Yes.
But still,
okay. It's that guy. He's just rapping along out loud the entire shift.
Cool.
And with his headphones in, apron not on properly. It's folded down here, but he still got it on.
Dude.
And you can't see his name tag, but that's acceptable, and he never gets talked to about it. She said in the email, instant write-up, no more verbal warnings. But I see that every day. He's rapping along, walking along, barely working from what I can see. But that's besides the point, because I don't care how productive my other associates are. Because most of the time, I take every shortcut I can to not be as productive and still end up being the most productive associate that we have in our department. I'll always end up picking the most items with the shortest time per item. And I don't try, and I take so many bathroom breaks. I'm just giving all my secrets. I'll take like fucking 20-minute bathroom breaks and I'll watch YouTube really quietly and just hold it up to my ear because I don't have my fucking headphones.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think against Kroger as like a company or whatever. It's specifically the for sales Kroger. I just don't care for.
It's like whatever, fuck Kroger too, because they're just like another Walmart.
Yeah,
they own every fucking supermarket in America. Kroger is just the overarching one.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, like Myers or Ralph's, they're both Kroger too.
Is Myers part of Kroger?
I don't know.
I don't think Myers part of Kroger.
I just kind of thought of that one. I know Ralph's is.
I know Ralph's is a Kroger.
Like the big ones on like throughout the country are all owned by Kroger.
Like the Kroger Corporation,
and they're just a monopoly.
Yeah,
and it's not like
they get around it though because it's technically two different companies.
Using a 20-minute bathroom break and then going on a 30-minute break when I'm only allotted 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's like
it's not like that is ruining Kroger's productivity as a whole because we should be scheduling enough people. But then again, my manager won't schedule people because he wants to save those hours, and I like him too.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm going on such a tangent, but I like the guy. He just won't. He's just a bad manager, but he's a good guy, and he's so supportive of me finding another job. So I appreciate him.
That's the thing is like the for sales Kroger. It just like it okay. And you may disagree with this, but like from an outsider looking in, it really just like traps people in like there for a long time. Oh my god, it traps them there
because so Steve Childers, I just said his full name.
Okay, hang on. Fuck. Okay, I'll see that waveform and I'll bleep it out. Okay, go ahead.
Not that it matters. It will not affect him at all. He's been with Kroger for like almost 50 years, and he was telling me he only makes like $500 a week. Which, on a good week, I make like $350, that's like a good, almost 40-hour week.
Yeah.
I'll make $350 that week.
Yeah.
If he's only making like a little over $500 a week, and he's been there for 50 fucking years,
it's ridiculous.
What a toxic company.
No, it's horrible.
I wish I could leave and find a better paying job.
Thing, it traps you in there because like they don't pay you enough so you can like comfortably go out and search for a new job. And, like, they'll keep you just on the threshold. It's like, oh, you want to work full-time? We'll give you 37 hours.
It's like, oh, you want to work full-time? Well, you have to apply for it first.
Yeah.
And then you have to work full 40-hour weeks, like 5 weeks in a row. And if you dip even 1 hour, boom, out.
No, right.
Someone else gets to try.
It doesn't make any... Like, they're just so... I just don't like Kroger.
I don't like big corporations like that at all.
No.
And I regret not starting somewhere else.
Yeah.
The only thing that's good now is I make like $11.50 an hour.
Yeah.
But I get shit for hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like I still end up making like about what I was making when I was in the front end because at least I have more available hours.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to have to start picking up hours in the front end unless this job at UK wants me.
Dude,
but all of my experience is Kroger. And it's not media driven at all.
That's the thing. Like Kroger, like every time I see someone I'm like from high school, it's like because I get on Facebook. Usually I just get mad as soon as I get on Facebook. But like,
yeah, honestly, fuck that site.
I hate Facebook. But I get on Facebook and I'm just like I want to check up from people from high school. And majority of the time, if they were working at Kroger in high school,
they still are.
And like no disrespect if you are like, you know, I get it. You got to grind.
If you enjoy it. Good for you.
And if you have
you're in the same situation as like me, then I'm sorry.
And it's nothing against you. It's against Kroger. Kroger traps you. I'm not saying they're just stupid.
Even if you're unhappy with your job but don't feel like this is happening, is it happening?
Dude, Kroger, like I don't know. I just feel like they trap you and everything like that. I don't know. I just don't.
No, it's definitely a super toxic business.
Dude, they have control of the whole like town that. Versailles.
Yeah, I'm like, surprised
Walmart
more of the smaller.
They said no.
I'm surprised more of like our mom and pop shops and restaurants and stuff are not closed.
I know. Yeah, I just don't. I don't much care for like you said, big corporations like Kroger that just like have the ability. Like they have the ability to make it a more pleasant experience for their employees, but instead they bog you down with these weird rules and these just
so weird, and then it's like
just not worth it.
Even from like the overarching rules, you have like your department heads, and they can decide whether or not they want to do work that day.
Yeah,
and they can be like, "All right, hey Jonah, you leave in 15 minutes, huh? Knock out this full trolley of items for me."
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm gonna take a bathroom break and come back with an empty trolley and go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Because come on.
Oh, fucking shit like that just pisses me off. And we'll wrap the podcast up soon. But it's just one of those things where it's just like the whole. It boils down to like the whole like the customer's always right. Customer's like never right.
Our customers are fucking insane.
Dude, the customers
That's
are
a whole nother story that I'll have to save for
the
next podcast because I feel like we're reaching like 2 hours.
We definitely are. But like sometimes like when I'm a customer and like I have to complain about something, I'm never mean about it because like I don't want to be mean.
So entitled.
No, yeah, it is. Yeah,
a lady. Last thing I'll say, a lady like 2 days ago, she came up behind me because I was in the soda aisle with the Pepsis.
Yeah,
and she was like, "Where the hell's the caffeine-free Pepsi?" And I was like, "I actually don't stock the Pepsi. I just pick it. We actually have another guy like sourced to do the Pepsi."
Right.
And she was like, "Well, you better fucking tell that guy to get me more caffeine-free Pepsi," and like storms off with her cart.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you!
It's just like...
It's not my job.
Right, it's just
$11.50 an hour.
I don't care
not
if you
enough
get your
to deal with that.
caffeine-free Pepsi or not.
No.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't change my day at all.
No,
I still dislike you.
Yeah,
even if we had caffeine-free Pepsi.
It's just like, how do you talk to a person like that where the first thing you say...
You don't know them at all. It's
the
just
first
like,
thing you say...
Well, it's like, well, I perceive myself to be better than you, even though I have no idea who you are.
Exactly. It's like,
I will approach you in a very condescending way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm better.
Right, and
so I do nothing. I am a stay-at-home mother.
Yeah.
And my husband works for my money. And
yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you work for your money? Where's my goddamn caffeine-free Pepsi?
I don't get it.
You little gremlin.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, Fuck it. Fuck
that's
big
the
corporations
episode.
like
Thank
Kroger.
you
Please
guys
don't
for
advertise.
listening and
Please
watching.
don't advertise in
Feel
TV
free to
shows
follow me
unless
on
it's
Twitter
tastefully
at
done.
Cheeserific.